And this is Kal Kat, the Kal Katster, and you're watching, Fanime Con 2018. This is a giant Tivana from the Starbucks. Tivana Starbucks. And it was blood wine. Blood wine. I said it was blood wine, but it wasn't. This is a commentary track meant to disguise the audio that normally is playing during these. Here we have, Carmen Sandiego going by. Around there. Somebody else. Not Melissa. Probably was. And there's, the Tijabe thing, his Starbucks. And there's a guy behind me taking pictures of a girl. Uh-oh. It looks like he's being sleazy and he's taking pictures of her in the bushes. Well, she was in the bushes, but she wasn't like naked or anything. And then I got a picture of her later because he let me. So yeah, talking about the tea and that I drank about almost half of it. And then I started belching, but I think I'm going to change all of that because I don't think it turned out. So I'm not going to really go into that part. So I was discussing when they're watching Fanime, and I'm just describing scene. Anything unusual in there? Doing a Captain Kirk voice, because Captain Kirk, there's the guy in the bushes, and it looks like he's being sleazy, like he's like diving into the bushes, and it's kind of funny because I didn't notice that until now. I'm looking at it, I was like, what is that guy doing back there? It looks like he's a paparazzi or something. Is he committing a crime? No. He was one of the photo guys. I don't know him or anything. That's funny. But yeah, the talk about the thing. Yeah, he wasn't really in. Well, he sort of was in the bushes. So yeah. So I started walking along, and then you can see what's going on, and belching and stuff, and talking about day 3 here. Sure, day 3. Why not? And that was a 18-ounce cup. So yeah, I totally had to pee like a racehorse after. All day I had to pee like every hour. I was not dehydrated today, fortunately. Probably drank a little too much water. I didn't want to do LA Beast on it and just drink it all in one shot. I drank it pretty fast. Probably shouldn't have. Part of it was that you couldn't go into panels with it on, so I took it off. And then I'm doing a panorama shot saying, like in the movies when they show the hero and they have the camera like in front of him dollying around him. That's exactly how they do that. Except I'm actually holding the camera. Yeah, the cameraman follows the guy is what happens. So it looks like there's no rig there. Because the camera is like a video camera or a phone. Well, it would have been a video camera back then. So this is sort of a Clint Cowpoke movie, and this is sort of Clint Cowpoke Kirk. Yeah, so every year we do a kind of a Cowpoke sort of thing, and then a bunch of the Fanime footage ends up somewhere weird afterward. I think the one from last year some of that ended up on one of our other. Oh, there's the girl. I think that's a current Cinderella dress is what that is. But yeah, she said, you can take my picture. So I did. So I was just saying about that was one of the opportunities where one of the people doing the professional stuff let me actually take a picture. So I'm commenting on that there. So I'm not sure what actress that is, though. Just took a picture. But yeah, now I'm mentioning the tea is going very quickly there. I noticed there's no line con because there's no real guards at the door. The Comic-Con had like guards and scanners and backpacks every day, but apparently Fanime doesn't care. So I don't have any kind of detectors there. So you could totally like do it. Yeah. I'm not saying anybody should do anything bad, but yeah, they do. They don't have any detectors. Yeah, so I finished it off, and then I went brrr, and I burped. We don't really need to redub over that. The burping. The burps are powerful. So, yeah. Much more lively shoot than the other ones. More dynamic. Each time gets a little bit better with the newer camera, and of course this is the iPhone 7 camera, and it's is it a 6 or a 7? I think it's a 7. 7S. It's not a 6. I think it's a 7. Yeah. So yeah, it has way better it's almost a better camera than the video camera for that kind of stuff. The video camera is better in the sense that the audio is better. The cell phone camera's audio is not that great. It's okay, but it doesn't have much of a mic. So inside the dealer's room, we have... Not the dealer's room. Inside the convention hall, we have the characters hanging out. I weren't as much dancing this time. Yeah, so... Now here we have a Power Ranger who clearly was a little drunk. And he was like... He was trying to pose. I don't know if you could see what he was doing, but he was trying to pose and stuff, and he was like kind of off his mark a little bit. Like he was recovering from last night, let's say. Now, a lot of people weren't around at 10 in the morning in the convention hall just because of, last night apparently was a wild party that I missed. Oh, and then there was a big singing group. The singing group showed up. They were there on stage 0. They were, I think, the Yummy Yummies or something. And yeah, and they were going on in Japanese about singing. Sort of their gag is they like schoolgirls over there, and they like women to look like schoolgirls. Doesn't it all sound like pederasty? But no, and they like to use the word Lolita, even though they don't really mean that gross movie from the 70s. They just like the notion of it being naughty, without actually being naughty. So that's kind of an odd thing they do, over there in Japan. It isn't really, they just want to sound like... I'm not sure if this is the part where I saw the protesters that got kicked out. It's probably not. They got kicked into the park because they were like saying it's adultery. I think that's later. Idolatry. They have protesters. Yeah, costuming isn't idolatry. I explained that later on the longer version of. No, it's not. Then I'm doing goofy stuff with the crushing your head SNL from the 90s. But yeah. Yeah, so all in all, fun third day. Better shoes. They weren't running shoes, though, which I guess is actually better, because they weren't running shoes, so I couldn't run. So now I'm back in the hotel, the Fairmont, talking about a panel. I believe, was it the political one? Yeah, probably. Going on about... I think actually here I might be going on about we need Nostalgia Critic to come here or something. I guess probably what that is. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think that's what that is. It's talking about that and other stuff. I didn't want to do a whole lot of the selfie stuff because it gets recorded over anyway in post. I don't know how we would ever air the unpost ones without the copyrighted songs. I guess we'd have to someday have, like, if Kal Kat's channel goes like viral and it has its own website, well, we can post some of the post stuff. But who's gonna watch that? Oh yeah, here's there was a guy that couldn't survive the party last night, and he was passed out. Like literally on the floor in the hallway. It's like I'm asleep. Well, yeah. Well, that's pretty sad right there. Yeah, that's pretty sad. Now here we come into the photographing room. And I just decided to do the Clint Cowpoke voice. Show the photographing people. And then it was kind of an Okie accent. And yeah, and what we was doing in there, they let us do that. Yeah, go around in there. Of course, at the last minute of the convention, I interrupted them. Of course, I wasn't the only one. There was somebody else that lumbered ahead of me down the stairs because I was going slower because I knew they were there. And this guy in front of me was like, "Oh, I want to go down the stairs." He's like, "No, wait." It's like, it was like, "Oh, there's a good rig there." I commented on his rig and stuff. But yeah, the guy barreled down the stairs and he almost ran into them. I was like, the reason I'm going slow is they're right on the stairs. Oh, yeah. I didn't notice that. We're gonna run him down. That guy's got an expensive camera. Exactly. Knock over his camera, he'd be pissed. But here's a group, a troop, and they kind of look like somebody. I thought maybe they were Dre's troop, but they're not. Okay, that's a character from the BioShock, not Biohazard, and there's the BioShock professor lady, who really desperately wants to be a poli-sci professor. And now I'm talking about that panel that it was in. So yeah, this is political things that were going on about BioShock, Biohazard. Yeah, I thought it was Biohazard, but it was BioShock, and I mean, it was interesting, and he went on about Atlas and Ayn Rand and all that. Even though I think that Atlas in the story is not Ayn Rand, and that it's just Atlas, like the god who held up the earth, the ancient god, Greek god guy. Yeah. These are my ears and my cat stuck them. I made a critter out of them. Anyway. It's like a mouse. Evil mouse with a... So yeah, evil mouse. You folks at home can't see it. So yeah, there's that guy was in a panel later on. He's like, "Oh, you're following me. Oh." It's like, no, I'm just walking down the road. I don't want to find you, buddy. Just going down the road with... But yeah, there's a cutie. Yeah, the guy and the girl. Also, there was a female Moana. It was a male Moana, but I didn't get a picture of him because he didn't want one. It's like his costume was awesome, though. Totally was accurate. Anyway, so we have... didn't see him again. Weird. I mean, not again. He disappeared. He's not there. And what's weird is I've seen the guy who was dressed as Doc from Rick and Rick and Morty, and the Imuyoshu guy, like 15 times. It's the same dude during the 3 days. It's the same guy walking around. And yeah, he's just everywhere. And he's not one of Dre's friends necessarily. So there's the Thought Patrol. There's a bunch of those TV guys laying around. I think that original, but also loosely based on something. And the blue outfits are interesting. I think that's supposed to be a Cree or something. But yeah, and then we're gonna go to see the, and that's Dude, incidentally. A very, very brightly orange-haired dude. But because he's kind of chunky, the back he kind of looked like a chick, but he was a dude. There was a Rey. Of course, the Japanese thought of Rey before Star Wars did. But that's okay because the evil samurai bad guy, I'm your father, the Vader, is also stolen from the Hidden Fortress. Yes, the first Star Wars was not very original. Then people later on said that Lord of the Rings wasn't original, it was like Star Wars. Okay, this is, yeah, that was the Star Fox guy. He was out there twice, commented on the tail. Yeah, he was there also when I got the tail. But yeah, he was actually one of the Chop Club people. And there's some sword things. Way back in the day. It was like 5 years ago. Anyway, so yeah, the sword craft guy. Ironically, you can't actually buy one of those and take it out of the convention and put it on a train. So how the heck would you get one? Even if I wanted to have one, you'd have to like pack it up and I guess you'd have to seal it in a box and then carry it out. Because there's no way you're bringing that on the train. Like this. Like these butt donut things. I don't know what those are. Near the tail person. Oh, it's right near the tail person, so I went and got my tail. Doesn't make me a furry, it makes me a furry's friend. My cat ears. Meow. 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 Anyway, so, cat ears. So, yeah, whatever. Anyway, you can stick it in the middle here and have, like, mouse. Horrible, scary looking. It looks like a cat. Yeah, so. Anyway. Here's some, Murasaki stuff. Actually, manga versions. It's taken them an awful long time to draw stuff. So is the main question of Kal Kat going to all of these anime and comic conventions. Has he ever done a comic book? Oh, there's my tail. Yay. The tail. I bought it. So that was just about when I got the tail right there. So I went back for it. Seeing the Miyoshi stuff. If I could find a muzzle. A little partial mask, a little muzzle, I'm going to get one too. Then I'll have the whole Catman suit. And throw cat. I'm not going to wear it tomorrow though, because I don't want to lose this stuff that I just bought. Like almost $20 a piece. And here's the dinosaur eating the girl. Chomp. Trying to. So then we have... Yeah, so... Large and interesting idea. I did make sure that most of the time when doing a group shot or some passable thing that I asked them shoot over this way, for the most part they were okay with that. So yeah, this is the footage. So that is, I think, I'm going to say Walking Dead. At least the guy in the end is Walking Dead. The guy in the middle could be Robert Stoner. Yep. There are two Walking Dead, and there's a critter. Sunflower critter. And the cat, the blue-haired cat lady that's all over the convention is called, let me pronounce this, Yaki, and the white-haired cat is Umi. So the Yaki Umi, it's a cartoon series. So apparently that's what they are. Yeah, I did not know that. They're all everywhere. So that's, I asked somebody. So, anyway, yeah, I filmed those, that badass Wonder Woman poster. That was cool. So was the Deadpool one. And now we're going back down to the corridor. It's a T-Rex again. Another one. There's like a light green one, a gray one, and a brown one. That's the brown one from before. That's the brownish one from before. And there was a cat girl Charizard back there. And then the T-Rex again. Yeah. I guess there's like a T-Rex club. Yeah, and that other side of the back of the convention was not actually opened. A lot of these guys come from all over the world, too. These are people from all over the place. There are people from Texas, New York, Japan, Europe, all over the place. And there's an April O'Neil off in the corner there. Yeah. And Casey Jones. That's actually awesome. And then there's something, Appleseed, I think. And then there's another guy over there. And I kept seeing a lot of people that looked like Drea and her friends, but they weren't. Weren't them. I did not see the Ashley one again, and I did not see the Maria one again from Junks 1. But I saw other people. Of course, with probably 8,000 people there, or maybe more, you're not going to see them twice. Unless you see that Rick and Morty guy that I saw twice. 15 times. Maybe it wasn't 15 times. It's kind of an exaggeration. But yeah, there was a lot less of the people with a face covering. Because they actually didn't have the con plague. Yeah, so this is me commenting on it. They removed the zealots. There's a Charizard cat. Oh, this guy is... I don't know what the... Yeah, I asked to take it, so he turned around. Dude, I want to see your picture. So I got his picture, and I got hers, asked for permission. And then I had to take my own selfie picture. Because I had to be beautiful as well. Because I'm beautiful. Nah! Shit. The guy's like, you're funny. Yes, I am. It's a local celeb. Not really a celeb. A wannabe. Anyway, so here we have Cowpoke talking about having gotten permission for things. And, oh yeah, maybe this is where I was... No, it wasn't the zealot part yet. Just discussing the panel, I think. The panel out of that. I'm going to go over to the other one. Yeah, so yeah, just being where I had been is all. Oh yeah, and then here's where the zealots were. They were across the street. They were Campus Crusaders. They were over there. They kicked him out because apparently one of them, somebody threw a rock. So they kicked him off the campus again. Oddly enough, someone cast the first stone. And I was pointing out that it was not idolatry or adultery, because they were screaming across the park there about that. And they turned around and said, no, it's not adultery. I said, no, it's not adultery. Unless you want to commit adultery. They're all, yeah. So that's what's going on over here. Them sort of like lady, the pink one, commenting on it. It's not adultery. Not yet. Oh my. No. And then I'm commenting here, I think, on that we need to have Doug Walker show up. It could be what that is. Or the other panel that I went to. There was a bunch of panels I went to. Hey, let me check my phone here. See what the second panel of the day was. Yeah. Checking that out, yeah. Let's see, notes. Okay. That is the BioShock panel? Thought we already did that one. Self-publishing panel? Could be the self-publishing panel. I'm talking about Chimera and the self-publishing. Could be what that is. Yeah, so self-publishing panel. I went to BioShock Con Stories, Changing Face of Manga. Yeah, it was after that. So Con Stories, and Most Deadly Anime Villain. So yeah, we're at Most Animated Villain. We're near the end. So I showed this group because that's actually the troop. That's them. There they are. The troop from last year that was the Voltron, and then now doing a cutesy little blue, the anime thing with the idea with they're all being different colors. It's from something, but it also is reflective of Super Sentai Seion, which they always have. This, I believe, was the panel on the yeah, we're near the end. So this is the panel on the villain, Changing Face of Manga, and then Most Deadly Anime Villain. Yeah, sure. That anime villain thing was not really relevant because I didn't know what was going on. Yeah, so I jumped ahead and I was looking up stuff, and here's behind the scenes of them filming out Corridor. Yeah, so not bad. Day 3. It's following. Yeah. You know, things worked. There was a Gundam I didn't get, but then there was an Evangelion, so why not? And then something else, Escaflowne. Yeah. So yeah, that was right where that corridor. That was right where the guy almost ran over the camera guy. Day 3 is over. And day 3 is over. This Kal Kat and Quaint Cowpoke. Day 3. We're finishing up now. Yep. Yeah, didn't have a moment of zen, really. Really. Yeah. There you go. There's the movie posters right there. There's the promotionals.